Good day, everyone. Welcome to DVST Media from Department of Development and Strategic Communication, Faculty of Communication and Media Studies. We are hosting the first presidential debate happening in the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies. I am Fadipe Deborah Damdala, and I am also the moderator for today's presidential debate. With a clapping ovation, please let us welcome our presidential candidates. Good day. It's nice having you on today's presidential debate. Please, can you do us the honor by introducing yourself, your name, your department, and what you're contesting for?
My name is Michael Mayowa Adebayo. I'm a 300 level student of Information and Media Department, and I'm aspiring for the position of President of the faculty. Thank you very much.
My name is Oladoja Abdulhafiz from the Department of Advertising and Public Relations, a 300 level student, aspiring for the position of faculty president.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Oladoja, what experience have prepared you to this faculty, for this faculty leadership role? What experience have prepared you for this role?
During my 100 level, I was privileged to serve as the class rep and also general class rep for 100 level students in GST and other courses. In my 200 level, I was privileged to serve as the faculty senator, in which we carried out a lot of activities within the faculty negotiation, following the 3 C's of ALUTA, which is consultation, consolidation, before confrontation. So we have made sure we have done all that the way it should be done, which include negotiation for LIAD, ID card, and all that. Currently, I have been able to serve as the chairman, food committee and publicity committee at the Senate. So I have been able to execute few of, based on the fact there are limitations, but we have been able to execute, which include we negotiated for chairs in the faculty during when we had classroom, but there were no chairs. I, alongside my colleague, came to school. We wrote to the Dean of Student Affairs, we wrote to Director of Procurement to ensure that we were able to secure few chairs for the faculty. Thank you.
So, Mr. Michael, what experiences have prepared you to lead this faculty?
Well, right from my 100 level days, I've been the head of videography for the faculty, as taking records and keeping and using the video to tell a story of every major event that has been organized by the faculty, talking about the Center for Journalism and Information Development. When they organized a program at the faculty, I and my team were the people that shot the video and edited it. And also, my team and I have single-handedly, without the support of the faculty, created a movie for the faculty called The Exposure, teaching students in this process how to use all these equipments they are learning in their course of study practically, and how to apply them by exposing them to the use of cameras, lights, microphones, and how these things are done on the professional settings. And also, I've had experience right from my primary school. I've been the senior prefect boy. My secondary school, I've been the senior prefect boy. So leadership is something that I've learned right from my childhood. Thank you.
All right. Still to you, Mr. Michael. What is the biggest problem facing students in the faculty, and how will you solve it?
Well, I've met and interacted with the students of the faculty in terms of interrogations and survey. And most of us, especially, I've met with the 100 level students and the 200 level students, which they all summoned to, they all concluded to a problem of the faculty lacking equipment in terms of chairs, in terms of equipment to practice the practical aspects of their course of studies. And this, I have the equipment on standby because I have a studio of my own that I run called Mickey Tech. I have all these equipment, the camera, the lighting, the microphone, the tripod stand, everything, which I have brought to the faculty countless times, even before contesting for this position. If I'm voted in as the president of the faculty, I will organize regular skill acquisition programs for students to learn and equip them with these skills so that they are ready even before they graduate. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Michael. So, to you, Mr. Ladoja, what is the biggest problem facing students in the faculty and how will you solve it?
I think the biggest problem facing students in the faculty, they are numerous, but
Okay.
we are going to start with the GST issues. Students end up writing GST exam, and at the end of the day, they don't see their results. Students end up writing GST CE and no result. And at the same time, we have issue of classroom. I think we have about two classroom that does not have enough chairs in this faculty. So, standing by this, I just want to make use of just these two. We have been able to negotiate with the deputy director of GST, and also we have also met with the director of entrepreneurship. Yesterday, we met with the director of entrepreneurship to see how we can equip students with skills beyond the classroom. You know, this country is actually, the employment space is actually saturated that you cannot give employment to every graduate. So we are planning to equip students with practical knowledge when it comes to AI literacy, digital technology, digital marketing. All these are put in place. And also the GST issue. We have been working hand in hand with the GST coordinator in the faculty to see that this GST issue becomes something of the past. And we'll continue to, the issue of chairs, we'll continue to see how we can negotiate with the management because there are things we cannot do on our own. We have to include the management. We are going to negotiate with the management to see how we can provide more chairs and equip the classroom. Very soon, I believe we'll be moving to the permanent sites of the faculty. So this is going might be an annex for the faculty. So we are going to ensure that the same problem we face here, we do not face it at the other side. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, back to you, Mr. Oladoja. What will you do differently from the previous faculty executives, especially the faculty presidents? What will you do differently?
One of those things I'll do differently is I'm a big fan of consultation. I will not take any decision without consulting those I represent. This is the first thing we will start from. We find a way to include every member of this class. Is it class rep? Is it departmental president? We must carry everybody along and ensure that we achieve the aim we want. I know everybody here wants faculty of communication to be great, but an individual cannot do that. We must all find a way to unite this faculty and make the faculty move forward. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, to you, Mr. Michael, what will you do differently from the previous faculty president?
One majority difference I will bring to the faculty is the issue of opportunities. Being a pioneer student of this faculty, I've seen the effort of the faculty management in trying to grow the faculty, giving us exposure in spotlights, and I think there are still some loopholes even with the efforts. Talking of internships and scholarships, our faculty have been left out in this aspect. If you look at other faculties in the school that has been created before this faculty, they don't really need to struggle for all these opportunities. They have organizations that bring it to them. And being a student that have benefited from these internship and scholarship opportunities, because right from my 100 level, I've been on paid internship. And I've worked with organizations like professional news organizations like Nigeria Online News, Nigeria Online Magazines, and BDMS Globals. These are opportunities I will bring to the faculty that each and every student can benefit from, gets paid internship and scholarship even before they graduate. And our struggling students also can also benefit from all this internship and scholarship process we bring to the faculty.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you so much. So, to you again, Mr. Michael, If elected, what is the first thing you will do as faculty president? Is that you taking something away or you are bringing something new to the faculty? So what is the first thing you're going to do?
If elected, the first thing I will do as the faculty president is to sort the issue of our toilets, because this morning I've gone around again to like interact with students, and I get to know that most 100 and 200 level students don't even have access to the toilets of the faculty, which is very bad because as human beings we need to like ease ourselves and do recess at regular basis. And the setting of the school is not a type of school that you can go outside or nearby to like ease yourself or do stuffs like that. So if elected, the first thing I'll do is make sure each and every student of the faculty gets access to the toilet and is able to use it. And there will be proper management of the toilet by providing waters and make sure that the toilet is cleaned and properly maintained by the cleaners. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So to you, Mr. Oladoja, what is the first thing you'll be bringing to the faculty if elected as the president?
The first thing I will do if elected as faculty president is to get ID card for incoming students and the current 100 level students. I noticed that a lot of them have faced embarrassment at the gate and at the hostel for not having ID card. So the first thing I will do is to create a faculty ID card, which will serve as a means of identification for all 100 level and 200 level students. That's the incoming 100 level and the starlights who are going to 200 level, to ensure that they are all equipped with this ID card in such a way that when we come to the faculty, you know, when somebody asks you, where's your ID card, you don't have to start saying, we don't have, school have not given us, school have not given us. That's my first agenda. Thank you.
Okay. Over to you, Mr. Oladoja. In your manifesto, you've made a lot of promises. So, what is one promise you are making to the students today, the students of Faculty of Communication and Media Studies? What is one promise you are making to them today?
One promise I'm making to them today is I stand on, as I'm an entrepreneur, I stand on the SMART, which is SMART, which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. This is what I stand on. I will not make promises that are not feasible, that are not achievable. All promises made will be fulfilled. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Michael. Also, in your manifesto, you've made a lot of promises. So, what is that one promise you are giving to the students of Faculty of Communication and Media Studies today?
The promise I'm giving out to every student of information and media studies is that you will be equipped with professional skills and real life skills, so much that before you graduate you are ready to practice these skills in real life scenarios and to work with organizations even before you graduate. This is one of the promise I'm making to every student of in communication studies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. To you, Mr. Michael, why should students vote for you instead of your opponents?
I think um students should vote for me instead of my opponent because I have the experience, I have the skills, I have the connections in terms of bringing organizations, I mean professional organizations which I have already worked with, and being a senior staff in these organizations is very easy for me to bring the organization opportunities to the faculty, and each and every student can benefit from these opportunities like internships, scholarships, and even collaborations with all these organizations.
So, can you mention at least two of those organizations?
nigerianonlinenews.org, nigermagazine.org, bdms globals.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Oladoja. Why should the student vote for you instead of your opponents?
I'm a leader who focuses on what we can do, not what we promise to do. This is what we did in the first administration. We have done it, and this time around, we will do better. For instance, now, this is not an instance, I'm saying it now, that we have collaborated with the Center for Entrepreneurship, and development. Recently, the center was changed to mentorship, which means they are taking students as mentor. So in such a way, we are collaborating with them to see how we can move some of our students to learn those skills. Then we bring it to the faculty and make it go round. This is why you should vote for me. And again, I have been a member of the media team. Currently, some 300 level students in the Department of Broadcasting, the Department of IMS, have been a beneficiary of this media house, which is known as Teleregency Television. We took some of those students there for internship to give them first-hand knowledge on media exposure. And all this was done even without a position or collecting a prize from them. This is why you should vote for Ladoja, because I will make sure that we get things working and we give to the students what they deserve. Thank you.
So over to the audience, we've heard from our presidential candidates and we've listened to them, and I'm sure we all have a question to ask them. So I would like you to raise your hand if you have a question to ask them. All right. Okay. Let's have it. Please, can you step forward?
Good day. Thank you very much for your time. My question is that let's say in a situation where the students of this faculty want a particular thing and the administration are not giving us that, what will you guys be doing when the administration is against that, but you are fighting? You said you are fighting for our cause, right? So what will you guys be doing in such scenario?
As a leader, you must prioritize the interests of the people you represent. At the same time, you have to put it on a scale. Is it what the student wants? Is it what we need? In economics, we have want and we have need. So what the student wants, is it what we need? So we have to put it on a scale that balance. If it's something that requires us to act upon, we have to act on it. For instance, now the students said they want the faculty uniform price to be reduced. It's too expensive. We have to negotiate and see how we can. Is it that we sought for other sponsors who sell at lower price, or we look for a tailor that can give us at reasonable price? Thank you.
So if the students of the faculty want something and the management is not able to provide those things, first there is something they call priority. We have to look at the wants of the students. Is it something that should be prioritized before the faculty management? And there is something called diplomacy in politics. I will use diplomacy to handle the students' requests, at the same time respecting the management's decisions. And being a student of communication student, we are studying strategic communication. All this we are putting it in real time and real life experience and scenarios. We can as well reach out to other sponsors, because if we are not going to lie to ourselves, the faculty cannot provide everything the students want. So we need sponsors, and that's why we are media students. We can write to organizations, write to sponsors to help us. We can write to even the Ministry of Education concerning the issue of facilities like the chairs, the classrooms. All these are things that can be sponsored by even TED Fund itself. So writing to these sponsors and organizations can also help us in bridging these gaps. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Over to the next question.
Okay. I want to ask, how will you ensure that all the departments in the faculty are well heard and represented?
Thank you very much for that question. I believe we have 8 departments in this faculty, and each department is represented by a course rep. And in this coming election, we have departmental presidents and vice presidents also contesting. Being the head of the faculty, if voted in, I will ensure that each and every leader of each department, each and every president, and each and every executive of each department is carried along properly, so as information are properly disseminated and each and every student gets to get information at the right time and not late, by working hand in hand with the department executives. I believe that is why the faculty has made provisions for these positions. Thank you.
Okay, one of those things I'm going to do to ensure that we carry every student along is this. There's something we call organization organogram, which has to do with the status from the top down to the lowest. And we must make sure we carry every student along from the class rep down to the students. That was why I created the class rep forum, which include all class rep we have in this faculty. At the same time, I created an executive forum, which include all executive we have in this club. At the same time, we created the FCMS unit to carry all the students along. At times, class rep might decide not to send what we give to them. They might decide that, okay, this information contradicts what I believe, and decide not to give it to the students. So in such a way, we create a group that has almost all the students in this faculty, and we keep sending the information we need to do. Then, thank you.
What strategies would you use to encourage the students of the faculty to participate in faculty activities?
I have noticed over the years that once you go out there to ask students that which department are you in, the person will reply you that I'm in mass communication. Meanwhile, there's nothing like mass communication here. We only have communication and media study, advertising and public relations, broadcasting, film and multimedia, information journalism and media study, and we have strategic and development communication, which is the four departments we have in this faculty. So in this way, we must make sure that every student, you must represent your department with pride. This is not something that we can enforce. It is a responsibility that everybody must carry, that this is my department, this is what we should do. And at the end of the day, I have noticed that the reason why most students are ashamed of their faculty is because of faculty building. And at the end of this session, we are going to have our own faculty building, which means every student will be happy, will be willingly to carry their faculty along, because we are bringing great things to the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies.
One of the strategy of carrying everybody along and making them involve themselves in every activities of the faculty is leading by example. I believe if you're a leader, you have to show the attributes and qualities you want your followers to imitate. So it's not just by inviting people to faculty activities. Give them reasons why these activities is more beneficial to them, because all these activities are created for students, and you show them results. I think people, most especially the Gen Zs, they believe in results rather than promises. So you show them results from each and every activities that has been organized before. Show them why the people that came, why the people that came to the event and participated in the event had more opportunities than the people that didn't come. You give them results. This is one of the strategy I will use to bring the students in involving themselves to activities.
Thank you very much. I think I've heard a substantial amount of so many things that we have been going through here in the faculty, and I have two questions. The first question is, how do you ensure proper allocation of uniforms? Because I've had quite a number of 100 level students and also 200 level students, because I'm currently in 200 level, who are having issues of allocation of uniforms. Most of us have already made payments but haven't been given uniforms, which means we have to be going around with our payment receipts. So how do you ensure that there is uniform for people who have already paid, those who are incoming, and the current 100 level students who will be proceeding to 200 level? That's the first question.
Well, during my time in the faculty, while I was still in the faculty before we went on IT, the uniform process was organized department by department, and for the one I know, Princess was in charge of the uniform for information and journalism, the whole department in a whole. We make payments to her. She goes to the market to get the uniform and supply the faculty. So currently, I don't know what the issue is is on the uniform matter. But after this interview, I'll try to do a follow up with the HODs of each department to know why we are not getting enough supplies of the uniform. And if we will have to like pick some people to go to the market, help us get this uniform in larger scales and bring them in. Thank you.
Okay, so the second question goes to Mr. Oladoja. Concerning results, most students are having challenges with one accessing results on portal, which I think has been settled with going to the HOD. But at the same time, there has been a little misplacement in results, whereas some scores are not appropriate or the space for the course score is blank. What do you proceed to do concerning that kind of situation?
Okay, concerning the score, the first thing we have to do is this. Once you sit for a test or any assessment that is graded in the class, you have to keep a copy, because at times we have to go to the center that is in charge of our result and all that, and they'll say this candidate did not sit for test. And once I go back to ask the person, do you have your test script with you? The person will say he does not have the test script. Then there's no evidence. How am I going to prove to these people that you sat for this test or you wrote this test? So this is important that once you sit for any test, you keep your script. Once you keep your script, any day any lecturer says you did not sit for my test, we come with evidence. That's it. Thank you.
Michael, I have a question for you. You've been going about saying sponsorship. You know, sponsorship, no organization will come here without you giving them back. What do you intend to give them back if they come and support you or help your students?
I believe everything called sponsorship is not certain. You can never be certain that okay, this organization, this particular organization is going to sponsor me. Being a person in the line of business already, I know how sponsorship works. You try different um organizations, and I believe with my experience and knowledge, I have the organizations to ask and to request for sponsorship support from, which is not certain that this is the particular organization that is going to approve that. But with multiple requests to different organizations, I believe we will get sponsors.
Michael, how do you intend to carry the 100 level students? And then most of them are lacking behind on faculty updates. And most of the students tend not to open the faculty group for information. How do you intend to tackle this issue?
That's one of the issue I've already started today to tackle. By meeting, I've gone around the faculty to meet 100 level students, like different departments. I've been able to meet about 4 departments, and I've listened to their concerns, why they are not even like heard, why they are not seen, why they have not been able to interact with the management and the people who are the leaders of the faculty. They've given me the problems they are facing, and I personally, I will make sure I meet with each and every departmental course rep, departmental executive, which is one of the important responsibilities of the faculty president. So working hand in hand with the executives of this level, which is the 100 level, I believe information will get to each and every student.
Alright, you know, the faculty, the student didn't come up with the faculty about the faculty in a room. You have the lecturers. What are your agenda put in place for the lecturers?
One of those things I must do is this. I am a big fan, like I said, I'm a big fan of consultation. The first thing I did this morning, I met with some of the lecturers and which we discussed, and he complained that there is a need for podium in all the classes, that in case of presentation they should be able to make use of podiums and address the crowd. And they also made mention of not having enough whiteboard in the classroom. So this was part of my budget I submitted to the Senate during the previous administration, but unfortunately it was not approved because the Senate ended earlier than planned. So if elected, we are going to make sure that we get the podium ready and also the white marker board. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please let's have one more question and we'll call it a day.
All right. Good morning. Okay. So my question is directed to Onakika. So are there any promises in your manifesto that depend on approval from faculty authorities? If yes, what is your alternative plan if approval is denied?
Like I said, we will follow the three C's of ALUTA, which is consultation, consolidation, then confrontation. Before we submit anything, we submit to the management for approval. I know basically that a lot of requests might not be approved and it will be strictly based on finance. It will be based on finance. So if elected, we are going to make sure we sort out our own finance. Even during the administration of the former Vice Chancellor, Professor Naala, he made mention that university can no longer sustain themselves with the funds they receive from students. So we must look for another way to obtain funds. If a whole university can sort for sponsor, why can't the faculty sort for sponsor? We must look for a way to reach out to more sponsors and individuals that can be of help to the faculty. Thank you.
Okay.
So thank you everyone. Say a big thank you to the presidential candidates and to our audience. And we've come to the end of this presidential debate. And remember, let your votes count and let the best candidates win. I remain my humble self, Vadipe Deborah Damlola from DVST Media, Department of Development and Strategic Communication from the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies. Thank you very much.